Alright, we are back. I demolded this bad boy and it is gorgeous. I'm in love with all the sparkle and shine. Once again, everything I used came from Sophie and Toffee. Their glitters, their powders. This is their mold. This is their mold. This was in the last Christmas pixie box. So this is definitely different from the one that I made for myself. Because the one I made for myself, I put hearts on it and gold in its side. But this gives a whole nother shine that I think feels more like Sailor Moon than anything. And so I also used a different color yellow. So we're going to try to do it again, and hopefully this will show out more this time. I didn't have like a red circle piece, but I did have a heart one. So we're going to stick that there. And I want the heart to most definitely curve there more. So I swore I had some resin left, but I didn't have any left. So we're going for UV resin anyway. So what we're going to be using is these two guys. And I'm just going to do a light seal on top. So hopefully that will work out the way I want it to. It's legit the tiniest amount of resin I've ever used. It doesn't even hit half the bar. But I pretty much eyeballed it. So let's hope this works out the way I want it to. And of course you got to stir them. So even though it's just a little bit, you got to give it a good stir. So tiny. Alright, and just going for tiniest amount on it. You just need a thin coat to go over top. Alright, thin coat has been applied, and now I'm just going to cover it as much as possible. Get around every crevice. I definitely feel like the stars and the moon, well, the moon is showing up better this time. And then we'll move him around. Now, because it's a thinner coat, this should harden pretty quickly. And I'm going to go over the heat belt gun real quick just to make sure that I get out any excess bubbles. Alright, so I ended up filling it up one more time with these cool new pours I have. They actually come, they're a little bit thicker than ones I had gotten cheaply through, I forgot what company that was. But these were actually on, see if we can get it to focus. There you go. These were actually on Amazon. I'll show you, I'll send a link. I'll make sure to link in here where I got it, because you get a good couple of these, and these are all rubber, so you can scrape them and clean them and reuse them. You get 5 squishy suckers, and you get 4 of these cups, which are measured well, and they they're made a bit better than the last batch I had. And then you get a big giant cup, which I already have some stuff in it. But you get a big. Let me show you. Zoom it out. There we go. The quality of them is just made better than the ones I've had in the past. But so I measured out up to about right here of more resin to cover, because that was not enough in that first batch that I put in there. But I've noticed that you definitely can see the yellow star in it compared to how my yellow star was the same color resin powder, mica powder that I used. So like me, I know it's there, I can see it, but you can't really see it that well. But because I chose a different color yellow, you can definitely see it here in this one. So this one is going to go up on my Etsy tomorrow, if not later on tonight. It's all according to how fast this dries, because then I'll be able to take my photos and whatnot. Now from the sticky batch of, like, you know, I use extra resin, you see that this is still sticky. Now I'm going to have to go through and clean all this, which annoys me. I'll do it later. I don't feel like it now. But like, it's super sticky. I had to buy some new gloves, but that was from that last sticky star that I made, and that was just a bad stir. So I'm hoping that this little short stir is good. If not, it'll just be a clean and then reseal again. I'm just sad I'm out of UV resin. It would have been easier. And as promised, I would show you when it was done. It's just finishing up the last of its seal now. By tomorrow morning, it should be done. I found with Puto resin that it dries pretty quickly on its own. In a couple hours. I want to say like 10 hours if it's a little bit of resin. But like I said, I put two layers of a thin coat around it, and you can definitely see it. Unlike when I use my other color yellow with the moon. So I'm going to take some photos, and about time I post this video, this is ready for purchase on my Etsy.